2,800 years ago, a man wrote two stories. In one, a 10-year war, thousands of dead, heroes, gods, blood. In the other, a 10-year journey, monsters, witches, coincidences. Two books, same author, Homer. But which book is better? The Iliad or the Odyssey? In one, Achilles dies of rage. In the other, Odysseus survives through cunning. One has war, the other has adventure. Today I'm going to ask you the greatest question of the last 2,800 years. Which is Homer's best work? Are you ready? Troy is burning again. The seas are calling again. The Iliad, anger, war, tragedy. The Iliad, 8th century BC, Homer, the 10th year of the Trojan War. The Greeks have besieged Troy, but they cannot win, and Achilles is angry. Do you know what the first word of the Iliad is? Menin, anger. Tell of Achilles' anger, goddess. The entire epic is about anger. Achilles' anger, and this anger destroys everyone. The story goes like this. Agamemnon takes Briseis, Achilles' war prize. Achilles gets angry and stops fighting. Win without me then! The Greeks start losing. Hector leads the Trojans to victory. The Greeks beg, Achilles, come back. Achilles, no. Then Patroclus, Achilles' closest friend, enters the battle. He wears Achilles' armor. Hector kills him, and Achilles goes mad. He is no longer angry at Agamemnon. He is angry at Hector, angry at himself, angry at the world. He kills Hector. He ties his body to his chariot. He drags it around the walls of Troy for days. Hector's father, Priam, comes and begs, please give me my son's body. Let us bury him. Achilles looks. He sees an old father. He remembers his own father, and he weeps. He gives him the body. The Iliad ends here. The war is not over. Troy has not fallen. Achilles is not yet dead, but the rage has ended. The power of the Iliad. 1. Character. Depth. Achilles is not just a warrior. He is a broken man. He is devastated when he loses Patroclus. 2. Tragedy. Everyone loses. Achilles loses Patroclus. Priam loses Hector. Troy loses its future. 3. Human nature. How does anger consume us? Homer wrote about this 2,800 years ago. 4. The true face of war. Not romantic. Not heroic. Dark. Homer describes war like this. Spears shatter skulls. Blood spurts. A mother searches for her child. No one wins. What is the Iliad's weakness? Slow. Detailed. Every warrior has a name. Every spear throw is described. 15,000 plus lines. Patience is required. But if you are patient, the Iliad shows you the darkest corners of the human soul. Odyssey. Adventure, wits, return home. Odyssey. Homer again, but completely different. The Iliad is war. The Odyssey is adventure. The Trojan War is over. The Greeks are returning home. Achilles is dead. Hector is dead. Troy is burned. Odysseus wants to return home, to the island of Ithaca, to his wife Penelope, to his son Telemachus. But the gods won't let him, especially Poseidon. And so begins a 10-year journey. Do you know what Odysseus goes through? 1. Polyphemus, the Cyclops, the one-eyed giant. He eats Odysseus's men. What does Odysseus do? He uses his wits. What's your name? Asks the giant. Nobody, says Odysseus. Then he blinds the giant's eye. The giant shouts, Nobody blinded me! The other giants, Nobody. Then there's no problem. Odysseus escapes. Wisdom 1. Power 0. 2. The sirens, creatures with deadly songs. When anyone listens, their ships crash into the rocks. What does Odysseus do? He plugs his men's ears with wax. He ties himself to the mast. Whatever happens, don't untie me. He hears the sirens. He goes mad, but the mast holds him. He passes. Intelligence 2, Death 0. 3. Scylla and Charybdis, a six-headed monster versus a sea whirlpool. He must pass between them. Odysseus makes a choice. He sacrifices 6 men to Scylla, rather than lose the entire crew to the whirlpool. Is this easy? No. But this is leadership. Intelligence 3. Idealism 0. 4. Circe, witch. Turns men into pigs. Odysseus resists. Circe falls in love. He stays for 1 year. 5. Calypso, goddess. Keeps Odysseus on her island for 7 years. Offers immortality. Odysseus: no, I want to go home. To my mortal wife. He chooses a human, not a goddess. Intelligence 4. Divinity 0. Finally, after 20 years, he arrives in Ithaca. But the palace is full. 108 suitors want Penelope. They are eating his property. Odysseus enters disguised as a beggar. No one recognizes him. He tests them. Then he draws his bow and shoots his arrow. Only he succeeds. He reveals his identity. And he kills all 108 suitors alone. The power of the Odyssey. 1. Adventure. Each chapter is different. Monsters, witches, goddesses, whirlpools. You never get bored. 2. Intelligence greater than strength. Odysseus isn't the strongest. He's not like Achilles, but he's the smartest, and he wins. 3. Loyalty. 20 years pass. Penelope waits. Odysseus returns. Love wins. 4. Human willpower. The gods put obstacles in his way. Death comes. But Odysseus doesn't give up. What is the weak point of the Odyssey? Sometimes it's fantastical. It's not realistic. A one-eyed giant? A six-headed monster? The Iliad is more realistic, but the Odyssey teaches you this: life is a journey, and intelligence always wins. 2 books. The same world, but completely different. The Iliad versus the Odyssey. War versus adventure. Theme: the Iliad. Anger, tragedy, loss. The Odyssey. Intelligence, adventure, homecoming. Character: the Iliad. Achilles. Powerful but angry. The Odyssey. Odysseus. Intelligent but patient. Tone: Iliad. Dark, tragic, heavy Odyssey. Adventurous, hopeful, dynamic. Message: Iliad. Anger destroys us. War benefits no one. Odyssey. Intelligence and patience overcome every obstacle. Returning home is more important than anything else. Reading: Iliad. Difficult, slow, deep. Requires patience. Odyssey. Easy, fast, fun, fluid. Here's the real question. Which one will you read? Choose the Iliad if you love deep character psychology. You're curious about tragedy and human nature. You want to see the real face of war. You're patient and love detail. Choose the Odyssey. If you love adventure, you want fast action, you appreciate intelligence and strategy. It's your first Homer experience. Easier. What happens if you don't read them? Dostoevsky read the Iliad. It inspired Crime and Punishment. James Joyce read the Odyssey. He wrote Ulysses. Virgil read both. He created the Aeneid. Dante, Shakespeare, Tolstoy, Camus. They all read them. Because the Iliad and the Odyssey aren't just books. They're fundamental. The foundation of Western literature. All stories come from here. The hero's journey, the Odyssey. Tragic hero, the Iliad. Battle scenes, the Iliad. Homesickness, the Odyssey. 2,800 years have passed. They are still relevant. What they have in common: Why are they immortal? But let's ask this. Why are the Iliad and the Odyssey immortal? 1. It describes human nature. Iliad. Anger is universal. It was 2,800 years ago, and it is today. Odyssey. We want to go home. All of us. Always. 2. The characters are real. Achilles is not just a hero. He is a bitter man. He cries when he loses Patroclus. Odysseus isn't just clever. He's a tired man. 20 years pass. We get tired. 3. The gods are like humans. Zeus is jealous. Hera is vengeful. Aphrodite is in love. Ares thirsts for violence. The gods are not perfect. They are human-like, and that makes them interesting. 4. Open endings. The Iliad does not tell the story of Troy's fall. It does not tell the story of Achilles' death. It only shows the end of the rage. The Odyssey ends happily but with difficulties. Odysseus is tired. Penelope is suspicious. Life goes on. 5. Every generation reinterprets it. Written in 800 BC. Still read in 2025. AD. Because every generation sees different things. 1800s. Romanticism. Achilles' passion. 1900s. Existentialism. Odysseus's choices. 2000s. Feminism. Where are the women? Briseis, Penelope, Andromache. 2025. Psychology. Trauma. PTSD. Loss. The Iliad and the Odyssey do not die. Because we do not die. As long as humans exist, anger exists. As long as humans exist, homesickness exists. Which will you choose? The Iliad versus the Odyssey. Anger versus intelligence. War versus adventure. Tragedy versus hope. Which is better? Answer. Both. Because they are two sides of the same coin. The Iliad teaches you to lose. How to lose. How to cry. How to ask for forgiveness. The Odyssey teaches you how to win. How to fight. How to survive. How to return home. Read both. First, the Iliad. Weep. Be devastated. Understand rage. Then, the Odyssey. Rise. Embark on the journey. Win. Homer wrote 2,800 years ago. He's still alive in 2025. Because Homer isn't just telling a story. Homer is telling us. Our rage, our intelligence, our losses, our hopes. The Iliad and the Odyssey are immortal because we want to be immortal. Read, feel, live. Because for 2,800 years, all stories have come from here. And for 2,800 more years to come. Which one have you read? The Iliad or the Odyssey? Which is better? Achilles or Odysseus? Write in the comments. Let's discuss. The Iliad, anger and tragedy. The Odyssey, adventure and wit. The most liked comment gets a detailed analysis of that book. And subscribe, because classical literature is not dead. It has been alive for 2,800 years. See you in the next video. Homer lives on. Keep reading.